You are listening to LOA Recon with the Good Vibe coach Jeanette Ma, where we dissect the ins and outs and the art and science of conscious creation, all intended to amp up your manifesting game. Let's have some fun together. Hey, I want to talk with you today about how to let someone else do your manifesting work for you. Did you know you could do that? Well, you kind of can. And I'm not talking about outsourcing, although that works too. That's a different episode. But what I want to talk with you about today is how to leverage someone else's energy to get what you want. This is kind of a cool thing. So let's start from the beginning. We know we get what we want by finding the vibration of it, right? If what we want to be is in love or rich or successful at work, whatever it is, the way to get there is to find the vibration of it first, right? Before you're living that reality. That's the heart of conscious creation, being willing to feel now how you would feel then. And we have a lot of different ways to do that in Law of Attraction world. We could visualize and affirm, we can script, we can journal, we can act as if. There are lots of ways we can get there vibrationally before it's our reality. But one of the most overlooked and yet easiest ways to get to the vibration of what you want is to let someone else do it for you. Here's what I mean by that. So you know how in biking or race car driving, there's this thing called drafting, where you ride behind someone else who's got it going on, and it makes it easier for you. In fact, I used to rollerblade with a friend of mine at the park, and he taught me how to do this as we rollerbladed. It's actually pretty cool. The theory behind it is that it's not theory, the science behind it. It reduces your resistance to get in someone else's slipstream, right? When you draft behind them, it's less work for you. Okay, guess what? That works in manifesting too. Where you get in someone else's field who has the vibration activated that you want, and you just benefit from what they're flowing. You just let it in just by observing or listening or just being present to what they're vibrating. You'll entrain to it if you want to. This is why, and I am not embarrassed to admit this, there are some times when I call my ex-boyfriend, who is also my best friend, just to let him tell me a happy story. He knows the routine really well. I don't even have to pretend I'm calling for any other reason. I just say, tell me some good news. And he knows not to ask why I need to hear good news, because if I elaborated on that, that would be him entraining to my not so great vibration. So he knows the purpose here is for me to get something else activated, and he's really good at it. Okay, you might be thinking that's kind of lazy of me. It is, and it works. And I have nothing against lazy anyway. It's just another word for easy, so why not be a fan of it, right? And I do return the favor for him. There are times when he calls me for a happy story, and I deliver. Because we know how this works. We draft off each other, just like Greg and I used to draft on rollerblades at the park. So he's not the only friend that does this for me. Many of my friends are trained to be ready with good news when I call. I do feel like I am leveraging others really well. So it might just be small things like telling me about how the new goat on the farm where he volunteers at, it's a rescue farm, the new goat made friends with the cow and how cute they are together. Or might just be telling the story of how he just got the best gas mileage on a tank of gas in his car. It's little stuff, but he's good at finding the good news, and that's why I call him. And it is a vibe changer. At least it can be if I let it be. Sometimes if I call him before I'm really ready to feel better, it's a waste of time. But I've learned that I got to feel that funk out before I try to rise above it. So I've got the timing thing down pretty much. But you guys, there are lots of other ways to practice this. It isn't just that you got to have a friend who knows how to tell a good story. Like, say you wanted to create some professional success, and maybe it seems like you don't have any. And I say seems like because it's usually not true that we don't have any. It's just the way we're seeing things at the time. But if you want to get something else flowing, and conscious creators know that's the name of the game, you could do that by eavesdropping on someone else or getting someone to tell you their story of success, right? Because as you immerse in their experience of it, you're vibrating it. And all you're doing is listening or watching or paying attention to them, right? It's pretty cool how it works. In fact, I'm doing this later today. Someone's giving an interview. Oh, he's sharing tips on how he created some sort of success in his business. And when I saw this cross my radar, I felt a little hit of inspiration to tune in. And I don't know why, but I know to follow inspiration. So maybe I'll get some real life action tips. But it could also be that the best thing I come away from that is just a hit off of his success vibe. Maybe. Who knows? That stuff is usually, it's easier to find if we're looking for it, right? So, I mean, if I just pay good attention to how delighted he was with what unfolded for him in his business, what I'm saying is his vibration could be 1,000 times more valuable to me than any action tips he shares. Could be. You never know. So think about that though. If all you've known is defeat or discouragement, or maybe that's all you've been flowing lately, and you tune into someone else's vibration of delight, gosh, you guys, they just did the heavy lifting for you. You didn't even have to come up with your own thoughts to turn your vibration around. You just listened to someone else's. You could also get there by watching a movie, like maybe a love story, if that's what you were looking to activate. Or, hello, if you were looking for triumph, you could plug into a drama that has triumph as part of the theme. Or maybe you could let your grandpa tell the story of how he met your grandma for the 100th time. Every time you listen, you could be getting a hit off that true lasting love vibe or whatever they're flowing. You could let the neighbor's kid, oh my gosh, tell you how excited they are about the bird feather they just found in your yard. You know how excited kids get about the littlest things? That is so easy to just take a second to feel that with them as they share about it. This is easy peasy vibration activation, drafting. And of course, you realize this works both ways, right? You could be accidentally drafting off something that you don't want from someone else. So that's worth being aware of as well. But on those occasions when you could use a lift getting to where you want to be vibrationally, just know that you don't have to do it all by yourself because someone out there already has this one activated or they know it really well. And all you have to do is tune in to get a head start on landing where you want to be. So I hope you have fun playing with this one. Thanks for listening and happy manifesting.